Welcome back to the Core Cars News Tech Lab. Today we're going to be taking a look at 5 hidden gems on Roku that I think every cord cutter should try. Now, obviously these are available in the Roku store. It's not some big secret out there, but they're apps that I think don't get enough attention, that not enough cord cutters actually use. And I think you're missing out on some great content. So we're going to break down my 5 picks right here for October 2025. If you have an app available in the Roku App Store you would like to recommend for Roku TVs or Roku players, leave me a comment and let me know. First though, if you like what we do here, please consider hitting that subscribe button or hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. Let's dive into it with Xumo Play. Now, this is actually owned by NBC Universal. It's their free streaming service that competes with Tubi, the Roku channel, Pluto TV, and the rest. And it's very similar. Not only do they have live channels, they also have on demand. It's one of the largest lineups of movies and television shows on the market right now. It's kind of an impressive lineup that doesn't get a lot of attention because they don't talk about it enough. I think they need to do more. They've actually recently been mostly licensing this stuff. A lot of these channels you find on other streaming services, but not all. But like you say, you got, don't get any copyright complaints. You got all kinds of different movies, television shows here. Obviously some stuff like Bounce owned by them, Dateline owned by them, On Patrol Live 24/7's here. You can break it out, like look at all the crime. Let me make sure I stand there right. Crime ones, Crime Central, Deadline, American Crimes and More. Midsummer Murders. So Law and Crime, BritBox, all kinds of stuff on here. But you also have a lot more. You have a Halloween HQ or all kinds. This changes depending on the season, and of course it's Halloween. But look at all these on-demand Halloween movies with NBC Universal included in it. Tons of content here. You also have TV shows, free movies. Let's check out the free movies category real quick on demand. Look at these. Big movies, lesser known movies, everything mixed in here, all with it. This catalog changes all the time. It's a really good one. With free ad-supported streaming services becoming more common, I definitely recommend you check out Xumo Play. It's a nice streaming service, competes nicely with these other ones, but doesn't get quite the same attention that others do. Now this next one is actually represents a bunch of channels out there. This is a local news app. Now this comes from Waco, Texas area. Now we're going to jump down here a little bit real quick. But you can see all kinds of live ones. This is a Scripps owned network, so it's showing Scripps national news because nothing's happening. But then you also get down here local clips, highlights during the time where it is actually live. They'll show live feed of the local news and other programming. You'd be amazed. Most local, not all, but most local news stations are increasingly launching their own apps on Rokus, with Nexstar being one of the last major holdouts, recently bringing theirs and slowly rolling out apps. So Nexstar owned stations, Scripps, and others now have dedicated apps. It's really nice because you can get live feeds, but also on-demand content. I often use this to quickly pop on the weather to see what the weather forecast was for my local station. All right, next one up is Adult Swim. Now, back in the day, cable apps for major cable channels were everywhere, and you could get free content, and if you logged in with a cable provider, get more. Most of those have gone away. NBC Universal recently shut down a bunch of theirs with that, but Adult Swim's app is still alive. I'm going to quickly get in here, and I don't want this to copyright me, but you can get a live stream, you can get their shows. Let's jump straight into the shows. You notice it was starting to play Rick and Morty there right as we started to talk, a live stream of it. Now the selection of content varies wildly, but you can go in here and look. You got Adult Swim, all kinds of different content in here from the Adult Swim library. Let's check out Family Guy real quick in here. And some content is locked behind a paywall, some is free with it. And if you have a qualifying provider, you can even get a live stream of the cable network. But let's look at some of their own stuff. Here is a show that's actually created and owned fully by Adult Swim. You see all 3 seasons and extras right here, not locked behind a paywall. So if you're a fan of Adult Swim, not only can you just turn it on and have it autoplay like I was showing you there, Rick and Morty streaming for free through the Adult Swim app, You can get on-demand access to much of their catalog with it, which is really nice. Now, I showed you Adult Swim. There are still a handful of cable networks who do this. The amount of content available is not what it once was, but it's still pretty good. And I think Adult Swim is one of the better ones on the market with it. So if you're not paying for anything that gives you access to Adult Swim, check out the Adult Swim app. You can still watch a collection of their content for free with ads. All right, local news is still huge. I talked about local news stations, but there are apps that have local news completely together. Zeam, however you say it, Zeam, however, is a collection now of the largest, I believe, group of local news stations. They recently bought the streaming service News On and are merging all the content over. Not all has been moved in yet. But with this, you can see I have one of my local ones, the CBS station, but also other areas, Lansing, Jacksonville, Traverse City, Michigan, national news feeds from things like CBS, Inside Edition, Entertainment Tonight, and more with this. Also other ones, local news from Atlanta and other places. What I like about this is not only do you get your local news streaming live and on demand, but you also get national. I can't tell you how many times there's been a major hurricane or other big local news that's making national impact. Going to a service like this allows me to get all the news in one spot with it. So I don't want to download a different app every time I hear there's a natural disaster happening in California or a hurricane out in Florida, for example. This is a great way to do it. It's also a great way you can get your local news, but what happens if you live you got family, you live away from family, you want to see what's happening at their local news? This is a great way to get it. So check that out with it. It's available here. And there's others out there, News On being another one, Haystack News, and more with that. And lastly, hidden app. Now this one's installed, but I'm actually surprised at how few people use it. Now this is the live TV guide built into your Roku. Now, if you have a Roku TV, this can also allow you to connect your antenna and get all those in there. But it's actually a huge catalog of live stream channels, even if you don't pay for any provider or have an antenna connected. It's available on all Roku devices, Roku TVs, Roku streaming players with that, and their sound bars and everything. But you see hundreds and hundreds of channels here. I actually really like it. It's one of the most responsive guides I think out there. This is built into your Roku with it. You can even go in and get add-ons here. So if you subscribe through Roku to HBO Max, Paramount Plus, Up Faith in the Family, MGM Plus, and others, you can also find the live feeds of like HBO channels appear inside this guy too, which allows you to mix your live and other content here. It works with a wide range of different content here. You can see this, Acorn and more. You can all subscribe to these through your Roku, manage it there. But let's take a look. You got a bunch of news content here from NBC, CBS, Fox, and others. Local channels like Ion streaming here, ABC News. Other dedicated channels like Little House on the Prairie, Gunsmoke, the NFL channel, which gives you replays of NFL games, highlights of NFL games, NFL news broadcasts, and more. They have NBA channels, golf channels, all kinds of stuff. Let's go into different ones. Let's check out game shows. Check this out. Family Feud, Price is Right, Bob Barker era. I noticed they no longer call it the Price is Right Drew Carey. It's now just Price is Right. Deal Zone, Game Show Central, Deal or No Deal, The Great British Baking Show, Let's Make a Deal, Buzzard, Ninja Warrior, I'm going on, Kitchen Nightmares, Celebrity Name Game. I'll probably really fail that one, just being honest with you. A Fear Factor, the list goes on and on. We're just in game shows. Look at that, American Gladiators 24/7. I loved that show back in the 90s. And more, all kinds of ones. Let's check out reality, Top Gear, Untold Stories of the ER. Interesting that Price is Right's also here, but Judge Judy, Duck Dynasty, Dr. Phil, the list, Court TV, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. The live guide built into your Roku is one that, yes, it is built in. It's not exactly hidden, but it's hidden in the sense that very few people actually open it up and take a look at everything in it. It's got some of the largest collection of movies and television shows without needing to install another app or anything else there. And you can subscribe to other streaming services and find the content appear there. Wouldn't surprise me in the future, now that Roku owns Friendly, we find it merged in there also. But that's it for today. I hope you have a fantastic day. Is there an app you would recommend people try out that's a legal app available through the Roku App Store? Leave me a comment, let me know. We would really appreciate your support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Until next time, take care, be safe. We'll talk to you all again real soon.